So I got involved in meditation. I've been exposed to it on and off over the years. And I've done joking answers to this question that included Carl Spackler from Caddyshack with the pitchfork at Danny's throat, talking about how he carried for the Dalai Lama and was about to stiff him, and he says, Ungada Gungada, which means, when I die, I'll have eternal consciousness. So I got that going for me. So that's kind of, the first exposure I had to some of this. And I read about it and I thought, well, that's weird, and I put it aside. And, periodically it would come in and out of my consciousness, and I would experiment with it. I then encountered a book called 10% Happier that Dan Harris wrote. Phenomenal book. Dan Harris is one of the 3 rotating hosts of Nightline. He's also one of the weekend Good Morning America anchors. And 10% Happier is his story of how he came to a meditation practice to offset the stresses that he felt in network news that had caused him to not only have some anxiety breakdown online, or not online, on air, but also how to manage just the stress of a high stress profession. It's a remarkable book, and one of the things that made it remarkable to me was he was incredibly skeptical all the way through. So every time he'd introduce a concept, if it seemed like a bunch of nonsense, he called it a bunch of nonsense, which made it, for me, very, very credible. And as he went through the rest of the journey, it became very natural for me to say, I see myself in his shoes. And so at that point, I was really emboldened to really take a deep dive and try this.